Are we live? We're live. Last minute adjustments. Last minute. Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay. I think we're set. Who's all here? Might not. Oh, well. Wholesome Roots, Rose, if you're here, thanks for popping in to say hi. Farming our backyard. How's it going? Homestead Dreamer. Okay, there's some pre-comments, I think.
Yeah.
Wilderstead. Oh, everyone's here beforehand. Is anyone here now? Got some comments here from a long time ago. Kiri, how's it going? Built on the Rock Homestead. She's Gone Country Farms. Happy New Year to you.
Reap what you sow.
Reap what you sow. Welcome to Chickenlandia's here. Dahlia. It's good to see you. Roll call. The Apricot Tiny House. Sugar Creek Home, Tennessee. How's it going? 50 Shades of Green. What?
Hey.
Whoa. I haven't seen you in like forever. Oh man, how's it going? Still making videos? I want to see a video out of you. I hope things are going well. Angry Fish Guy, how's it going? Ecocentric Homestead. Rick Woodvine. DIY Solar Homestead. The Haskins Family Vlogs in the house. Sand Hollow Homestead. Patty, how's it going? Jane C's Oregon Homestead. Ray Parr from Hermosillo, Sonora. How's it going? The Tinker's Wife, how's it going? Mama Triad Homestead. Copper Kettle Farms. UT's in the house. Oh, that's good. That's good news. That's good news, Simon. I'll be back to health soon. Oh, that'd be great. We got to see that video. Hopefully you'll be back 100% soon.
Michael's here.
Michael here. Amy. What? North Oregon Beach Life Gals. What's up? Mama Grows Kathleen. She offered to come help us build our house, by the way. She said she'll make another trip out here and help tamp some bags down. All right. Wow. So, this is a Naked Gardener. How's it going? Man, so much going on lately, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Oh, okay. Lots of planning for the house build coming up.
Lots of planning for the house build. We've been working on a model, a 3-dimensional model of a house build. How long have we been working on that?
I don't know. It's already seemed like forever.
Hopefully the actual build, well, it's going to take longer than building the model, I'm sure. But if it goes as quick as the model build, that would be amazing. But how much, we're building this thing out of oil clay, right?
Yeah, because, well, I had some modeling clay. So we started building with that, and it's working pretty well. You know, for the dome shape, we're trying to figure out something we could use for that. And it's a kind of clay that doesn't dry. So if we need to change anything, it'll be really easy to change our design while we're doing that.
And what did you say? We've used like 50, 60 pounds of clay so far?
No.
Seems
maybe a couple.
Seems like a lot. And it's taking a while.
Yeah.
Both of us are in there together, forming clay, putting it together. Like I'm just making generic little bricks, and then she's like smoothing everything out, putting everything out, making like a perfect build. She's got out the T-square and the framing square, and she's getting everything. Oh, it's crazy. But it's coming along. I think we got I think the model's coming along well. What do you think? It's just gonna take a while. Heirloom permaculture, what's up? Yeah, see, It's got the measurements all down.
Oh yeah.
How long do you think it'll take us to finish that model?
2 days or 2 months.
UT says it's like Patrick and Demi in the movie Ghost. That's exactly what it's like. If you guys can just picture that scene, that's what it's like building this model. Expect that on a future video. That's a good idea. We gotta do a ghost scene in there.
Oh yeah. I'll do the model and you.
I don't think that's not fair. That's not fair. Broussard Homestead, how's it going? Nice to see you. Little Mountain Life, how's it going? Man. But we were so we got a lot of questions to answer, right? People want to know some things.
Yeah.
So we've been tagged in a bucket list 2020. Yellow Rose Homestead wants to know, what are the 3 things we're trying to get done this year? Or what are our 3 big goals to try and hit this year? Oak Knob Farm, how's it going? Happy New Year to you. Heirloom Permaculture's got it. What's the big one?
The house.
The house. The house. If we can get the house done in 2020, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
1 year, man. Do you think we can do it in 1 year?
I think we can get the bulk of it done. Yeah.
But what else? What else are we trying to get done? 2020. 2020, what are the 3 big things we're going to try and hit?
I don't know. Well, I have ideas of like my bucket list of things.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the first one.
We got time.
The first one we almost did already. But it didn't quite work out yet. But I'm thinking more chickens.
More chickens.
I've been on the lookout for chickens that need to be rehomed.
Mm-hmm.
So we might have found some. Yeah. We might have found some, but I don't know. We have to work out exactly how we're going to get them and accommodate them.
Yeah, so it's possible 5 chickens that we could get. We've been talking to Dahlia, welcome to Chickenlandia, and based on her specifications, I think we could house them, like all 6 of these hens, comfortably. Like we would just have enough room for 6.
Yeah.
Maybe with 6 chicken math. I don't know. Would 6 chickens be enough? Was that the bare minimum? I don't know. JCDC in the AZ, how's it going? You gotta want to teach them how to stay warm in an RV. We've been able to stay warm in ours. Luckily, we have that the furnace working.
Yeah,
that's been working out
that
pretty well.
Works pretty well, but we have it set kind of low, our thermostat. So I'm wearing a jacket in the RV.
Yeah, we got it set because you don't want to like use up too much propane and stuff like that. The electricity uses barely any electricity, so it's been great. What's number 3 for you?
Okay, I would say, now we made a video recently kind of touching on this, that we were kind of committing ourselves to not get into any more debt and building a debt-free home. We're trying to reduce the amount that we spending very little, but we need to really lock down our financial sustainability. So making sure that we have enough income coming in to cover the costs of building up our homestead and all of our costs. So I think that's something that we really need to get locked down and settled this year.
That's a good one. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, financials, that's something you probably want to take care of sooner rather than later. And so that's definitely going to be a big thing that we're going to have to definitely lock down. Like, get all of our ducks in a row, so to speak, all of our chickens in a row. Um, and then start making some cash, right? Making some Skrilla.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to do that yet, but through the, we'll get it figured out.
Yeah. Right now, we're trying to do a bunch of kind of side hustles. Um, YouTube brings in a little bit, but not nearly enough. So, yeah.
Um, but there's another big thing that we're going to try and do in 2020.
What's that?
Not only are we building a house, we're going to try to build our own water tank too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you forgot? How did you forget about that? We're going to try building our own water tank. And that's actually going to have to probably go in conjunction with the house build because they need to get built together. But the size of that tank will be massive, and we'll be able to hold just an absolute ton of water. Should be pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Two-family homestead. How's it going? Oh, Daryl's worse. Daryl is in our prayers for sure. Hopefully he's doing better. We're definitely gonna keep him in our prayers. Hopefully he's feeling better soon. Duckwaphonics. Do we have a duckwaphonics question? Yeah, that is something that we were thinking of possibly doing at some point, right?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get to that this year, but it's going to happen.
Later, two family. Yeah. So it's basically the same thing as like aquaponics would be, but instead of fish, it would be like a duck system.
Mm-hmm. So what else?
Oh yeah, there's another question. We got asked on our community page, and yeah, absolutely. If you ever have any questions, and for any of you want to have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook. If you see those community tabs, um, put questions on there. We can answer them there. We can deal with them on the live. But we got asked a question: why Earthbag versus rammed Earth?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and these are things that we've tried to really think through for a while now, like choosing what materials and techniques that we use for the house. So I'd say there's like a few big reasons that pushed us more towards the earth bag.
That's okay, Dahlia. Appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, thanks. And one is with the rammed earth, I think your mix of like the ratio of clay to sand in your soil has to be pretty exact for it to be really stable. And usually some kind of stabilizer has to be added, like cement or lime. So with the earth bag, it doesn't have to be as exact because it's in the bags, and the bags act as sort of a structural support.
Mm-hmm. Midlife prices are saying hello from Vegas.
Oh, hey.
Hope you guys are having fun in Vegas. Wow. CB's Greenhouse and Garden. How's it going? Happy New Year's. Yeah, so Earthbag is definitely the cousin of Rammed Earth. I mean, there are some nice things about Rammed Earth. Like one, it takes a little bit more time to set up, but once you do,
It goes pretty quick.
It goes quick. You know, you put the soil in there, you tamp it down, and then you don't have to worry about plastering. Yeah, everything's ready to go at that point. And you can build square. And a lot of people prefer your square houses versus your round houses. Uh,
Yeah, it looks really cool.
it has that really beautiful aesthetic
The
look.
layered.
Seeing those layers, seeing those colors in the soil, wow, it's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot more. Like if you're a one-time house builder, you need a lot of materials to build rammed earth. You need
The
forms,
the clamps.
clamps. Definitely.
It can be like a kind of a larger investment.
So, like, if you're going to be building a lot of stuff with rammed earth, then
It makes sense.
it makes sense.
But for once,
But yeah, with Earthbag, it's definitely more work putting everything up. But then it retains that mechanical structure throughout the build.
yeah.
Because the bags act as holding it in place. So yeah, you can be a little bit more flexible with your mix.
And also, you can make the dome house with rammed earth. You need some kind of roof to protect the walls, and roofs can cost a lot of money, a lot more materials. With the earth bag, you can just use the bags, which is pretty cool, and it saves on cost.
Also, you need probably a little bit more of a foundation with the rammed earth. You need to get it like because you don't want it on the ground. It's got to be raised up off the ground to protect it from water and everything like that. So definitely some things to consider between the two. I think we got a lot of questions going on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yes, midlife crisis. I expect you down here to help.
Okay, let's go back. Let's see.
Yeah, actually, Dave, we do like the idea of kind of what the aesthetics of the dome. I think having that rounded, curved living thing can be it'll be definitely an interesting experience, I think.
Yeah.
But it's going to be complicated because like furniture and everything like that, it's all built for square houses, not round houses. So all that's got to get taken into consideration. Rebel Yell, High Desert Homestead, how's it going? Overlook Valley Homestead, how you doing?
Alan asks if you get a lot of wind here. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can get some pretty strong winds, and a lot of time these happen in the spring and in the fall, right? I think a lot of time with the weather changes, the winds can be very high.
It seems like in the drier times,
Yep.
it gets very windy.
Right before the rains come. It can be upwards between like 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts between like, what is it, 50, around 50. And sometimes I've heard they can get like up to like 100, but that's, I'm sure, in like extreme.
100.
I think so. Or 90 to 100. I think that could be like an extreme, like 100-year events, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So really, the dome really is an incredibly great house for high winds. Just,
Oh, absolutely.
You don't even got to worry about it.
And I think a couple of people are asking about what we're covering the house with or plastering it with. So probably do like a earth and lime plaster, and that offers a little more weather protection with the lime, but it also is still allows the house to breathe.
Mm-hmm. That definitely protects it from the sun and all the elements and just that natural coating all goes together. Oh, take care, Overlook Valley Homestead. Hopefully, hopefully it's not too bad there with the rain.
And Mama Grows asked if we considered doing an Earth ship, and yeah,
Yeah, we've considered that amongst the actual builds, and there are things about the Earthship that I like.
I love how it's almost like a self-contained system.
Mm-hmm.
Everything gets recycled and it's very sustainable.
My one thing about the Earthship is trying to locate all the materials and stuff like that. I mean, the tires, um, all the bottles and stuff like that. Uh, that's been one of my biggest things is working with the tires. It's like a lot of things to consider when building with that. Making lemonade from lemons. Thank you so much for that, Shayla. Thank you, very generous. Uh, yeah, I think that process. I think that's going to be huge. I think it's going to be huge this year. Man, a lot of work, but I think it's going to be quite the adventure. The Tinker's wife is asking, does the sun help to bake it so it's um so when building that, yeah, I mean, really, I think it's the process of kind of drying it out, the sun and everything like that, um, will help to like harden and strengthen it. But you can't actually expose it for the sun for too long because in those polypropylene bags, the sun will deteriorate the bags. So you got to get that covered. Too much sun on it is a bad thing.
Yeah, for the bags at least.
I think someone was asking about Paul Noel. Paul Noel. I'm not quite sure what you're asking there. What are you going to do to assist the lifting of the massive weight?
Of the lifting bags for
Lifting the
building.
bags? Well, whether you're working with single bags or tubes, all that's filled and done in place. So there shouldn't be that much heavy lifting.
You just have to move the soil up to where you're
And
putting
with
the
that, we'll
bags.
just be working with large coffee cans.
Yeah,
So it's not won't shouldn't be too heavy.
might be more time consuming, but
But
I definitely don't want to lift
you know,
those big bags
I
when
can't
you're
even
full.
imagine how much weight that would be.
Right.
Oh, the exterior is what? Yeah, this is referring to the exterior. Yeah, I'd imagine with the sun curing the lime pilaster, it'll just get that harder and everything like that. You got to make sure the
Yeah.
temperatures are right and the conditions are just right to get everything real solid.
One cool thing about lime though is it cures, um, so it really hardens up, and it also absorbs carbon dioxide. So if you're concerned about like carbon footprints, um, yeah, it absorbs carbon, which is cool.
And it's got a really cool white finish usually, doesn't it? And that could actually help keep the
A lighter color might reflect the
reflect that
more light,
sunlight.
keep it cooler.
Ooh, Simply Jan wants to know how long it'll take to complete our home. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
For the most part, Big Bear Homestead, how's it going?
Hey, we're
Uh,
hoping we can finish this year.
Yeah.
It depends on a lot of things.
We
How
can
things go.
really only count on the two of us being here and working on the house. I mean, we might be able to get some help in from other sources, but
Yeah, maybe we'll try to organize some kind of building party or something.
yeah. But it could take a while. Uh, and we don't even have that much experience either with the both of us actually building one. I think I've attended like a couple of workshops and stuff like that, but you've never actually had the opportunity to do that,
No.
right? So it's gonna be an interesting experience all around. Midlife crisis. I'm talking to you. You're gonna be down for that party. Also, JCDC. Come on down.
I think Michael was asking if you can make a root cellar with earth bags.
Oh, I did see that question. Michael, don't get ahead of us now. Don't get ahead of us.
You might see it happening.
Yeah, one of our things is we're actually going to be going underground. So one of our buildings will actually have kind of like a root cellar,
Mm-hmm.
sort of like an underground pantry, if
Yeah.
you will. So that'll be cool. So yeah, I think going underground. So not only going underground with that and taking advantage of that thermal mass, but then having the Earthbag dome on top of it should be wild. Big Bear Homestead says they want to come down and help
Yeah.
out.
How tall will the roof be from the ground? Oh.
So this thing has to be 20 feet high because the inside dome diameter is going to be 20 feet, and so the height of the dome has to match the diameter.
Oh, can you imagine?
It's gonna be tall. That's when she gets up there because I don't want to do the vertigo thing. You get too high up there and I could be vertigo and El Florida, how's it going? Nice that you could drop in.
And the Stu's asked, how will you protect it from the rain?
Wait, what?
How will you protect
Oh,
it from the rain?
yeah,
So the lime does help with that. Protects from water, although it is still like vapor permeable. And we're considering adding something over that, like a what do you call it, a mineral paint,
yeah.
which would add even more protection. So sometimes with earthen building, you have to replaster if it gets a lot of weathering. Hopefully, if we added a paint like that, which would create like a chemical bond, and still be vapor permeable, but it would protect it from the rain too.
So we're definitely looking into some different options as far as that goes. Southern Ohio Solar Homestead, how's it going? Natasha Yearwood, what's up? Izzy's Tires, how's it going? Oh, I think we had a question about see if I can find it. I think it was from Mama Grows. How many square feet do you want? That's a good question about the square feet. Now, because we were originally having had more square feet in mind, right? But then we kind of reduced it. So, what are we ending up with? Did we figure that out?
Well, I think it might be close to 1,000 square feet. But like a lot of that is storage area because I want a huge pantry, root cellar thing. So, um, yeah, a lot of that's gonna be storage, and the actual living space probably won't be a whole lot. But I don't think we need a whole lot.
So about 1,000 square feet total, but a lot of it's storage because definitely large size pantry. We want to get to growing more of our own food out here, and then again, if you're growing a lot of food and stuff like
You're gonna
that, you're
store
gonna
it.
need that storage. So
And G Princess asked, why can't you make it square? I think she means the house.
yeah, you actually you actually can build you actually can build square structures with Earthbag. I wouldn't do it, but you can. Uh, you can just if you build straight walls, you have to buttress, and there's a ratio for how long of a straight wall you can go before you have to add in a buttress. But I mean, for my money, round is sound when it comes to building with Earthbag. I mean, that's one of the beauties of it, I think. But you definitely could. No law saying you can't. Loma Acres, how's it going? Well, thank you very much. Stavus Homestead, what's up? Round is interesting. Yeah. I think it'll be different living in a roundhouse, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Art says that him and his wife raised two boys in a 900 square foot two bedroom home. It's definitely doable. I mean, I mean, growing up, we didn't have the biggest living spaces. It was all like tiny living spaces. So, you don't need that much room, and we don't really want to spend that much time
Inside.
inside.
Yeah, I want to be outside doing things.
You got to be outside doing things. So inside will be for eating and sleeping, and sometimes we'll even eat outside. So
Yeah. Sleep outside?
You never know. Mama Gross says, "Do you guys watch My Little Homestead?" They built, yeah.
Yeah.
They've been an inspiration to us for a while, for the longest time.
That was one of the YouTube channels I first started watching way back.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they build round. They usually build like kind of like your cylinder earth bag buildings, and then they put like a traditional roof on it. But we're gonna try doing the dome. It's a little scarier, I think, trying to build that thing up over it. But
Yeah, you gotta be
you gotta be careful. But if you do it right, it should be pretty impressive. Amy asked if we're gonna have a Hobbit home door. It would be cool. It would be cool, but probably not. I can't imagine. Oh, nah, she wants the Hobbit door. Look what you done. Now I gotta build a Hobbit door. Well, we'll try it. Elf Lord wants us to build a Hobbit door. Is it gonna look like? Is it gonna look like the buildings on Tatooine?
Maybe.
Either way, we're gonna be moisture farmers out here. So
Yes, already.
wow. So Oak Knob Farm says as big as their house looks, it's really only it's less than 1,500 square for 1,450 square feet plus a basement. Thanks, Bill. Glad you could pop in, man. Drive safely out there. Honest open permaculture.
Eco-centric.
Decline. What? You can't get telephone calls on a live. What would you guys said if I answered a phone call on a
We
live?
should have a whole phone conversation.
You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be like, yeah, we heard that you are looking for insurance. And I'm like, no, man, I ain't looking for no insurance.
Right. Eco-centric homestead said you can just patch areas that weather, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what people do with earth and homes. Sometimes I was reading about this one. It's an old church. I forgot where it was, maybe Central America or something. And they did some reconstruction work on it because it was falling apart, and so they decided to put cement, like a cement stucco or plaster over it, and that was disastrous because the cement, it's too rigid for the earthen walls. It needs to be a flexible plaster to move with the earth, and also, it can crack and then it traps moisture in the walls. So the walls were actually deteriorating from the inside out. So they had to remove all the cement, and now they just make it a regular, like, yearly thing where the community comes together and they replaster things. But you can patch things up too.
And that's one
easily.
of the and that's one of the beautiful things about like earthen building and stuff like that. Especially if you build it yourself, is that you know exactly what you got to do. Your house starts falling apart. What do? Grab some mud outside, slap it on there, and you're good. that's one of that's like what one of our neighbors, Bob, is like. If something goes wrong, take some mud, slap it up there, and
Yeah.
it's fixed. Oh man, I can't wait to the build. What about you?
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be crazy cool. Exciting. It's gonna be a workout.
Oh, Crew's on his bed. Crew time. Crew time.
Crew time. Everyone ready for a crew break? Oh, there's the real star of the show. That's what everyone wants to see. Good, he's so tired. He's tired from all of his sleeping all day. Heaven's Gates Cherry Farm, how's it going?
How's the bottle installation working out?
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Actually, I haven't really tested it. But the temperatures in the shed are
they seem more stable.
They seem more stable than it has been. But I'm not 100% on, like, really, for me the shed isn't finished.
Right.
So it's kind of difficult to tell exactly how well everything could be doing because the outside is still not done.
We still
got to plaster the outside.
Gaps to
big
fill
gaps and stuff like that. So there's way too much airflow going in there. It can only really do so much at this point.
Yeah.
I don't even. Do you think we'll ever be able to finish the shed? The shed's not done. We're going out of the house, so I don't know. We'll see. White Flowers Homestead, how's it going? Any calluses from digging? I don't get calluses from the digging sometimes, but I got calluses and blisters from doing the fencing. All those T-posts. Oh my goodness, that's so rough on the hands. I always wear gloves when going out there, and it still tears up the hands.
Mm.
T-posts ain't easy, y'all.
Natasha asks if we're gonna utilize any Earthship features like passive cooling and all these different techniques.
We were thinking about adding in some passive cooling techniques. We might add a solar chimney, like we did on the shed, but maybe something bigger for the house. And then we were kind of thinking about doing an earthen tube, but I really don't think cooling is going to be an issue actually for us. I think the house will be pretty cool, maybe even especially if we add the solar chimney. But I think heating is going to be the bigger issue. Wouldn't you agree? Or what do you think?
It could be.
She's not confident, but I think this house with the thick earthen walls that we're gonna do, I think in the summertime it's not gonna be an issue. A fan, I think, is would be the most we need, and then maybe like with solar chimney and stuff like that, we might not need any mechanical
That'll be really interesting to see.
cooling. But in the wintertime, I could see this thing getting very cold.
I don't know. It could be temperature stable. Just
um, so we're gonna add a rocket mass heater. JCDC's already got it. We're gonna add a rocket mass heater into this thing, and I think it'll do for what we need out here. Keep that place warm. We need something. A rocket mass heater, wood stove, at the least. But I think, and I think maybe the lower portion might not eat anything. If we're going on the ground, it might stay at consistent temperature all year round. Dave says if you keep the mass warm, it'll stay warm. Exactly. Exactly. You get the fire going, you get the heat going in there. That'll get into the walls. And then we'll be good. We'll be good in the winter. I ain't worried about it. Especially with that rocket mass heater.
are you gonna have inside plumbing? That is the plan, right?
Yeah, I mean no septic or anything like that. No like toilet plumbing or anything like that. But we will have running water, sinks, shower, and so the plan is to build our own water tank, and we'll plumb that into the house. So the water tank will gravity feed that water into the house, and then we might use a pump to get that water to our various sources. If we could gravity feed the water into the house, like gravity fed water with all the plumbing and everything, that would be cool. But unfortunately, we don't have that option. CB's Greenhouse and Garden, thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Have a good night. Oh, man.
Stivers are here. Did you say hi to them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So.
I'm way.
That's okay. DIY Solar Home, say good night. But the water capacity we have planned should be pretty wild. We could have close to 50,000 gallons of storage if we get everything in order, which would be amazing. So the water tank is a big thing, and then we got another water harvesting container project that's down the road. That's top secret. I can't talk about that right now. But if everything goes right, close to 50,000 gallons worth of storage. And right now, the water tanks that we have is less than 5,000, and that's actually more than enough for us to get by. Like we haven't scratched the surface of that really. For just if we're living, our water needs are very low.
Yeah.
That's been more than enough for us to get by. But of course, growing is a totally different story. So we want to grow out here. We're going to need water for that. So it's definitely going to be creative. It's going to be a mix of um, water efficient techniques for growing, earthworks, everything for growing in the desert. We're going to have to utilize everything. Southern Ohio Solar Homestead wants as asking if we're going to heat the water with the mass heater as well. So we'll have a rocket mass heater in the home, but we're also thinking of a couple possible solutions, things that we might utilize for heating water. Right, one of them might be a rocket mass heater for water, and another thing might be heating with compost. Right.
Yeah. I just want to try that. I know it's going to be hard to get like a large amount of hot water that way, but I think it's so interesting that you can heat water just using a compost pile.
It might be worth a shot. I don't think you'll get a lot of hot water that way, but it'd be interesting. Yeah, G Princess. That should all that should be drinkable water. Everything should be potable. We're gonna do it the right way. Nothing should be able to get in there except nice, clean drinking water. And then we'll have some purification things. We might set up a water purifier before it goes into the house, and also we'll have the Berkey. So we'll have a couple things set up. So Carrie's asking about used water, and all of our water would definitely be used multiple times. Um, you know, gray water basins. Well, gray water basins. They'll go into like some type of growing thing, right?
Yeah. Like what
And
we're doing now.
I was gonna say something, but I probably shouldn't say
Right.
that, huh? Well, if I tell you now, they're gonna know.
It's a secret.
Well, it's not a secret per se, but it might be kind of a secret. But all the water is going to get reused. We'll definitely have things for the gray water. It'll leave our house and then it'll go into trees or probably trees. The Haskins family's back. Hot homestead. I've seen some of the hot homesteads videos, but he doesn't post very much. Yeah, we might give the compost thing a try. Dave's a proponent for the solar hot water. You know, it might be an option, or even a tankless water heater. That could work. Or yeah, well, we're gonna take a look at our options.
Yeah.
G Princess made a comment and then she retracted it. What did you retract, Mom? Acres of Clay Homestead, how's it going? Oh, that's okay. We appreciate you dropping in. Red Hot Fiat, how's it going? So, Dean Cassidy, have you found working with the county easy or head scratching when it comes to codes and alternative building? A little bit of both. I never shy. I know. I would tell anyone never shy away from working with the county. They are very knowledgeable about most things. It was only when it kind of came to like our alternative septic, the small septic system for sink water, and the 3 barrel composting system. That's when things got a little, because it's so new.
Yeah.
Not many people in the county even knew it was possible. And then like what you need to do to get it done.
It took a little detective work on our part just to kind of figure that all out and get to talking to the right people.
So I mean, I had to work with planning and zoning. I had to work with the health department. I had to work with the excavators, and between all of them, I was able to formulate a plan to get that done.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to move into Cochise County, I highly recommend. If you have any questions, don't shy away from talking to the county. They're very nice
They've
people
been
and
pretty
very
cool.
very helpful.
Yeah.
Good time, Holla Homestead. What's up? Harold Wong, exactly. Yeah, it's getting that nitrogen to carbon ratio and getting that to really get that real heat to really kick off. Hamiltonville Farm, what's up, Hank? And I completely understand. We appreciate that. Anna over there at Mimsy's garden, she works so hard. She does an awesome job.
Absolutely. Yeah.
She's always on it.
Right. North Oregon beach life. Any plans on paper? Yup.
Yeah, you've been really busy with that, with the planning and everything like that.
Yeah. So we have 2D plans and 3D plans.
The 3D plans are taking a while. All the plans are taking a while, but that's not something you want to rush, and you really got to think things through and just make sure everything is where we need it to be,
Yeah.
So it's as efficient as possible and everything's working together, right?
And then I find it helpful to actually like get out into the actual space and kind of see how it feels, actually being in that space, because you can put something on paper and look at it and think like, oh, that might be okay, but actually like being physically in that space is something different.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Get out into that space and get the feel for everything. Shusen Satori plants, how's it going? Dutch off Grand Homesteading, how's it going? Glad you could be here. The Haskins family vlog. Thanks for popping in. We appreciate it. Haskins family vlog, they're going live right after us, so they're an awesome family. Go check them out on their live. They're
They're
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
fun.
fun.
Always doing singing, and it's a very talented family. Acres of Clay Homestead. I was wondering what the weather's like. It's cold. It's been cold, cloudy. Oh man. Um, too cold for me.
Too. Well, what was the high temperature today? It's maybe scratch 50.
Maybe scratched 50.
But in lows like 20s.
Yeah, lows have probably been like mid 20s or so, and it's
And honestly, it's not bad if it's sunny, but on cloudy days, it just feels so much colder.
yeah. If the sun comes out here, it is nice in the day, but once those clouds roll in, it feels cold. and today it was cloudy. I didn't want to be outside. Kinful Pharma, Georgia, how's it going? Have a good, happy 2020 to you as well. I think 2020 is going to be a big year. Man, I feel like it's going to be a big year for us, but so many other people. I mean, I've been checking out so many channels, and a lot of people have really big plans for 2020. So I think 2020 is going to be a big year for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's going to be an exciting year, and I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see like what we accomplish, but I can't wait to see what everyone else out here accomplishes. I'm rooting for like all your guys' plans. It's amazing. Like, I gotta see it. 2020 is gonna be an awesome year. I can tell, unless a plague shows up.
Don't say that.
Yeah, 2020, man. Sun makes a huge difference. Like, it's weird being in the winter and the summer here because your relationship to the sun changes. In the summertime, you got to get out of the sun. You want anything to deal with that. You get any kind of shade you can. And in the wintertime, it's you're clamoring for the sun. You're trying to be out in there, trying to get in there.
A Good Time Hauler Homestead said we're starting our solar this year, and the first thing up is our rainwater harvesting. That's so awesome.
Awesome. That is huge. Wow. Sounds like you got a lot of big projects coming up too. That's going to be exciting. Getting that done. Go solar. Grammy Karen, how's it going? Joe Lee wants is asking what we had for dinner.
Jim made dinner.
I made quesadillas.
Quesadillas.
In your yard homestead. Oh, well, if you're still here, bye. Thanks for being in here. We appreciate it. Yeah, we will. Fred is asking if we're having any preliminary house plans we're going to share. Absolutely. A video of that is going to be in the works. As soon as we get the 3D model down, we'll probably show you guys like the two-dimensional plans, the three-dimensional plans, and just like how everything's going to work together.
How many watts is the solar?
Um, so when we pull in our max, we can pull in like about 3,000 watts. And we don't use that much power during the day, so that charges things up pretty fast. But we can pull 7,000, about 7,000 running watts continuously because we were kind of planning on multiple households. So it's definitely more power than we need to pull at one time, but we can pull in 3,000 from the panels to help charge the batteries and everything like that. Rock Safari says they just bought 50 acres in southern Oklahoma.
Whoa.
And they plan on building a container home. That's very exciting.
Very cool.
Well, thank you. That's very exciting. That's amazing. Southern Ohio Homestead. Southern Ohio Solar Homestead. Good night.
North Oregon Beach Life. You two should start up TikTok.
Giles has been on me a while for that. And the funny thing is, and along the river homesteads on here too. So the funny thing is, we literally just started up TikTok. We got See, an OMG TikTok. Yeah, so we are now on TikTok. Everyone's on TikTok
Everyone's
now. So we are on there. We have a couple of videos on there. Along the River Homestead has been on there for years. So she's been on there for years. So we're all just getting on the train right now. But yeah, TikTok has been fun. I created a couple of videos for it already, and it's kind of fun playing around with it. I've been kind of playing around with it, and oh shoot, we're getting close to the end, or we're actually past the time. Uh, but it's been fun playing around with it. Check us out on TikTok. Man, I haven't been watching the time, but we're over time. Uh, Thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. Really appreciate everyone joining us for this. It was a lot of fun.
So
Uh,
good to see you all.
so good to see you all. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to all the moderators. They're awesome as always. For all the people, check out TikTok. And then, like I said, go check out the Haskins family. They're probably live right now. We're cutting into their live time. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks so much. We really appreciate it. Night.